This father and son duo came from North Carolina to see tonight's game. Diego is a Warrior fan. Dad, not so much.
We're getting along so far because everything's going my way. Too big, too strong. Really need the crowd behind us. That's why I'm here, to give us that extra boost and get us over the hump. Take total control tonight.
We're coming back tonight. We're going to tie it up 2-2, go back to Golden State, then 3-2, and then we're going to control the series.
This is former Chicago Bear Desmond Clark. And y'all hear me on many podcasts, but when y'all hear me on Pick'em Pros, y'all know it's all about family. This ain't just business.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know who it is. I am Derrick Thompson.
And I'm Diego Thompson.
And who are we?
We're Pick'em Pros.
We are the Pick'em Pros coming back at you in the house with the special edition of Who You Got. Father-son dynamic duo giving you this heat and fire with our sports talk. Man, hey, how you like the new look, my man?
The new look.
Yeah, the new look of the screen. Got the topics.
Yeah, man, that's good, man. I like the Zaxby's especially. That's good.
Yes. Yeah, man, that's what's up. We are really Pick'em Pros. Got the sponsors here, Zaxby's of Clayton, North Carolina, sponsoring. We've got TNT Creative Group logos there in the corner. Got our topics here so you can see what we're about to talk about, what's coming up, what's past. Thank you for checking us out live. But again, love to have you live. Love to have your comments. We're going to hit most of the comments and show most of those at the end of the show. So we have a special segment just for that. So we'll make sure we flip back through and hit all the comments at the very end. So try to hang with us. If you, again, in the future, we're going to start hitting you every Saturday. This is going to be our new time for the foreseeable future. So Saturdays, 7 p.m. Eastern is when we're going to hop on here and give you this fire. So join us. If you're not able to catch us, you can always see the replay. You can go on YouTube and you can see the full show. So we know you can't catch us every week, but you live, but you can definitely watch every show. So if you can't catch us live, make sure you go back and watch the show. But we got some hot topics you can see what we're about to get into. And we're also going to dive into, I see the Duffers are watching us right now. Duffers, we're going to give you a shout out. Duffers is a golf show that my man from back in the day started a few years back, and we have a challenge where we're going to play them in golf. So we're going to have our own version of the match, and we're going to film that. So that's going to be next month. So we're going to plug that in a minute. But let's get into these topics, and then we'll get into everything else. And again, we're also going to have a special guest, Latrell, the soul food chef, is going to join us at the end. All right, you ready to get into it, my man?
I'm ready, man. Get into these topics.
All right. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into this first one. As you can see, the All Star game, man. So last week we got on here, we previewed it. You know, they had all the shenanigans. You know, they had the celebrity game, they had the dunk contest, 3-point shootout, the new spin with Steph and Sabrina, which was great.
Oh, don't forget about the skills competition.
We're going to get into that. But, man, kick us off and tell us about just your take on the All-Star game, what can be done, because there were some good, but there were some bad for sure. So get into it. Give it to us, man.
Well, I think the All-Star game started off good. I think there was a lot of entertainment because there was a lot of players showing off their skills, dunking and 3-point, showing off their range. But, like, towards the end, it was just getting kind of awful. Like, in the fourth quarter, it was so bad to watch. And it ended up it was just scoring constantly, and then people weren't even half trying. So that wasn't good. But then the commissioner didn't even he didn't like all the scoring either. So I know he wasn't that satisfied. But I got 3 ways the All-Star game be fixed. So my first reason is to have a target score, sort of like they have in the past, but maybe have it like quarterly, some where you have like or have a target score, so that people are actually trying a little bit more to get to that target score and to get like bragging rights instead of just a long, never-ending game that just like they're just playing until the buzzer sounds.
I like
And
that.
then maybe like a money incentive, to make the money. I know they already pay them like something if they win, but have it like some crazy like $1 million or something that like you can't really not try for. So have that. And then my third thing is something that's like kind of big, but it's like home court advantage. So like the conference that wins home court that wins the game has a home court advantage in the finals. So it doesn't matter the record against the teams who are facing, it's just which conference wins the All-Star game. So those are my ways to fix the All-Star game.
Yeah. So I think I don't know if the NBA ever did it, but I believe baseball did that to where the winner of the All-Star game, that conference basically had the rights to home court advantage. So, that's definitely a way as far as the game itself. There's a whole lot to the weekend that I think needs to be adjusted for sure. But if we're going to just talk about the game for a second, the game was bad. There was no defense played. I mean, they don't have to sit here and play full court press or anything. But like one of the comments here from Lil Red, since Kobe, Kobe came out and took it. Kobe took everything seriously. You know what I mean? But that just made it fun to watch. You know what I mean? And, hey, I could see them taking it a little easy, first half or whatnot. But at least second half, fourth quarter. You know what I mean?
It got like worse as the game went on.
Yeah, so, and it's supposed to get more competitive at the end. The competitive juices start to come in, but that never happened. You know what I mean? And so I put that on the leadership of the the older players that were there, LeBron, some of those guys. They're supposed to step up and kind of get everybody going. But I don't agree with the money part. I think they're already making millions, and I don't see the way I don't even know if the money is going to move them with the type of money that they're making. But I love your idea about home court. I think that's the type of thing that get them going. A lot of the all-stars, of course, on good teams, they may have a chance to be in the finals, and that's a big incentive. You want your team to have home court. So I think that's a great idea, again, something that they did in baseball for a little bit. So that may be a way there. What do you think about, let's take a minute before we go to the face of the NBA. I'm really excited about that one. Let's talk about some of the other competitions, though, the other events within All-Star Weekend. Tell me about your thoughts on those.
So the skills competition has to go.
Yes.
It's just awful. I mean, Anthony Edwards up there shooting with his left hand. Scotty Barnes was fumbling the ball out of bounds, and it wasn't really that fun to watch. And I think the dunk contest was better than it was last year because you had Jaylen Brown in it. That was pretty fun. And then Mac McClung, of course, was making a show. But I like the 3-point contest because, of course, you're gonna have a bunch of all-stars in it, and they're trying to beat each other, prove who's the best shooter. And the Steph versus Sabrina thing was good too. But I think mainly some more stars have to get in the dunk contest.
Yes.
To be even more exciting, and the skills competition just has to go.
Yeah, the skills competition has to go. As Mom Dukes just put up there, skill competition was awful. So yes, skills was terrible. And Soul Food Chef, we see you in the back, my man. So we'll bring you on in a little while. So he's already ready to come on. But yeah, man, the skills competition was terrible. It was hard to follow. There was just way too many layers for that. I would love to see, and I'd love to know what folks watching think. I'd love to see them do 3-on-3 because they clearly need a
I heard about that. Yeah, I heard a player like talk about replace with like a 1v1 tournament or a 3v3 or something like that.
That's nice. I hadn't heard anybody else talk about that. But yeah, so the skills competition, that's awful. Nobody wants to see that. But I think like a 3-on-3, bring back some of the old players that are still a little in shape, let them bang on each other. That gives people a chance to see some of the, old all-stars and whatnot. I think that would be great, to see. Some of the guys are still in shape. So I love to see Michael Jordan. Yeah, well, you ain't gonna see Michael. And then the one-on-one, that will be awesome. And you could have a target score. You could have kind of like the rookie sophomore game where they had a target score of 25.
Yeah, I like that. I like the Rising Stars. That was good.
You can have 4 3-on-3 teams, right? So 4 teams of 3. You might have a few subs. Let them have a target score and just have a little semifinal and a championship. That would be sick. That would be fire.
Fine.
Yeah, I would love to see that. Yeah, I would love to see that, man. So yeah. All right. Well, hey, let's get to the next layer of this. Real quick, 3-point contest, because that was the best contest that they had on Saturday. So Sabrina and Steph, that did not disappoint. Sabrina did her thing, man. She would have made it to the finals of the NBA 3-point contest, and she shot from the NBA line, which was very impressive. And then Steph proved how great he is, because he came in and had to shoot the best score of the night. 29 just to beat.
I just knew when I was watching that 3-point contest with Dame and all of them, they was getting like 25 and 23, but I just knew those weren't Steph numbers. So
so Steph came in and did his thing. But so what do you think about Caitlin versus Steph next year if she comes out?
That would be pretty big, because I think she's a better shooter than Sabrina, and that would be like a good competition. Yeah. So I don't know who win that one. That's tough. That's tough,
man. Caitlin, I mean, we see her highlights. She shoots logo threes like it's nothing. So I would love to see that. That would be a lot of fun. A whole lot of fun. All right, well, let's move on to the next topic, man, because we want to get through these and get our guy Latrell on here, Soul Food Chef. But and again, that's one of the other perks of the show, is that with Pick'em Pros, we engage with our audience. So not only can you comment with us on the show now, we pull it up, we go back and forth and ask questions. And if you have any questions for us, start to go ahead and put those in the comments area. We'll hit those at the end. But you also get to come on the show and kick it with us and give your opinion, like Latrell today. So that's another big perk of Pick'em Pros. But let's get to the face of the NBA. I'm excited to talk about this one. And Latrell, we're going to hit this with you when you come on toward the end. So we're going to let you get yours, and I see you smiling back there. So, so Diego, who's going to be the next face of the NBA? LeBron's been it forever. He's clearly going to be leaving in a couple of years, we think. Who's going to be the next face?
Well, my bet for the next face of the NBA, I got Jason Tatum winning it. One of the main reasons I have him is because I think that the Celtics are going to win the championship this year. He's going to be Finals MVP, so that's going to like establish him as like a winning guy. And he's already won in the past and has a lot of accomplishments. Okay. And he's still really, I think he's like 26 or something like that. So he's, I think he's perfect for stepping that role. He's marketable. He wants to do it. He said around All Star Weekend. So I think he's a good guy to be the next replacement, but for being the next face of the NBA. But one guy that I haven't heard anyone say yet that could be next face is Wemby.
Okay, yeah,
he hasn't really done anything yet. He's just a rookie, so he hasn't really had time. But I think in a couple of years he might be one of those guys.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, Tatum, hey, he turns 26 a week from tomorrow on Sunday.
Okay.
Turns 26 March 3rd. Been here for it feels like he's 35 because he's all the conference.
He's a Duke player, so I mean, he came.
Yeah, all the conference championships he's been to and the finals and everything. So I can see that he's definitely in the running. If he wins the championship this year, like it looks like he probably will. Yeah. Then that would help him and give him a leg up. A lot of people have said Ant-Man. I've seen him. He seems to kind of be the people's champ, a person that might come on and take that. I need to see more from Ant-Man. Again, he's early in his career. Do I have the age of Ant's 22? So he's definitely when they get 23ish, 24. That's when you really can kind of tell. So he has a lot.
Tatum's been winning ever since he got into the league, but Ant-Man hasn't really done it yet. But he has a really good team right now, so this might be the year that he does it. So
the face, clearly you have to be clearly one of the top. You got to be one of the top 3 players, right? Clearly, so that's one thing, and Tatum has that. You have to be marketable, right? You have to be marketable. Tatum clearly has that. But you also just have to have that it. You know what I mean? Kobe had it. Michael had it. Larry and Magic had it. LeBron clearly has it. I feel that it was clearly going to be Ja, and I don't even think it was close. How now he had his off the court issues and he had injuries, but the off court issues derailed that. But he at 22, it was like no question. He got the big shoe deal. You know, they were getting ready to totally push his marketing through the roof, and he was set up to be the next face. And then that, of course, became derailed. I feel that if he comes back next year and is healthy, I think he's going to be a big MVP favorite. And if he stays healthy, I think he can get back in the running and be that, because he has the it factor more than any other player in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
Luka, give me your thoughts on Luka and Joker. I know we talked about that earlier today, because they're clearly some of the top players in the NBA.
I think they're some of the top players, but I don't know if they really want to, because I've heard them kind of say that they just like want to play basketball and they're not really into the whole marketing thing. Right. So, they're both amazing players, but I don't think they're into the whole marketing thing. So, that's kind of my thought on them.
I don't see them. Yeah, I mean, Joker, I could see, you know, he's funny when he wants to be, but he's not on all the time. You know what I mean? He just doesn't. He doesn't want to give us that. We saw in the All Star game, right? They were just kind of trucking up and down. I feel that the smart money, if I'm putting money, I'd probably go Ant, but because I just don't know if Ja can stay healthy. And that's what he reminds me a lot of Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose, and this is a little before your time, Derrick Rose was in line to be that next face. He was the youngest MVP ever. And then that knee injury derailed all of that. But he was definitely in line for that. Steph Curry, he's one of the faces. He would have, if Draymond doesn't get suspended in the NBA Finals, Steph Curry would have overshadowed LeBron, and he would have been the sole face of the NBA. And I wish I had the picture of LeBron crying with the trophy when they won the championship, because he was not only crying because they won the championship, he was also crying in celebration because that allowed him to be the face of the NBA for another 7-8 years. Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, let's move on to the next topic. That was definitely a fun one, and we'll hit that again with Latrell when it comes on. Let's go to the Lakers and Warriors, man. The play-in tournament for the Western Conference, as it stands right now, they still have a couple months left. But my goodness, dude, you've got Sacramento at 7, you've got Phoenix at 8, you've got the Lakers at 9, and you've got the Warriors at 10.
Yeah, that's a crazy play-in. Yeah.
The Western Conference play-in tournament will be more entertaining than the rest of the whole NBA playoffs.
And the thing that's crazy about it is that like all of those teams are at least 3 games over 500. So it's like none of those teams have like bad records. So they're all they all could have been solidified playoff teams in the East, but they're scrapping for it in the West. So
yeah. So with this, so you have these teams here, the Lakers and Warriors. So I think I know where you're going to go, because I look at what you're wearing and what's on the wall. But who's going to go further in the playoffs this year, or farther in the playoffs this year? The Lakers or the Warriors?
I think the Warriors, of course, you can tell by everything, but I think the Warriors are going to go farther in the playoffs, because I like the way they're trending right now. They're like 9. I think they're 10-2 in their last 10 games. So they're really hot right now. And I like Curry, of course, is playing good as always. Jonathan Kuminga is coming back on the scene. He's showing why he's one of the top picks a couple years ago. Draymond's been playing good. He's like in the he's been playing good. You know, he's been helping out Steph, you know, throwing assists, getting rebounds, stuff like that. Clay. Let me get back to that point. Okay.
I'll let you get your
Clay,
point. Go ahead.
Clay coming off the bench. He dropped 35 recently, so he's adjusting to that. Rookie Brandon Pajimski, he's doing good, going to the start lineup. And the thing that people aren't talking about, that they're really getting down on this player, and he wasn't playing so good. Andrew Wiggins is playing like how he was a couple years ago when they won the championship. So people aren't giving him that credit anymore. But yeah, he is. He's playing good. So everyone's really stepping up at the right time.
Okay. Yeah. That's a great point about Wiggins because they were on him hard earlier this season, and I guess a lot of that rightfully so. But Draymond Green. Okay, so we've got what, 4 weeks of Draymond Green?
Yes, 4 weeks.
Okay. So that's that.
I mean, I think Draymond is a different player because I always knew that they had to get either him or Jordan Poole out after that instant because there was just too much distraction and stuff going on. They got Jordan Poole out. Okay, now Draymond's the good guy. You know, he's in the mix, and he might have been right because Jordan Poole is in the Wizards. He got benched. He's not doing anything. He's shooting like 30% from the field. So, I mean, he might have been right.
Jordan Poole is playing pretty poorly over there. So I give you that. That is a great point there. But I've got to go Lakers, man. The Lakers are going further. So the only team, and again, the Lakers are built for the playoffs. So the only team that I see beating the Lakers in the Western Conference are the Denver Nuggets.
Why? I don't think they've just been playing mediocre. They haven't gotten any hot streaks lately. They've just been kind of there.
They haven't. The Lakers are Kansas City chiefing the regular season. That's basically what they're doing. So they're
going to get exposed in the playoffs. If they face like Minnesota or something, if they face Minnesota, and I don't think they win that.
Dude, Minnesota. All right. So we're gonna get on this. And again, I don't even like the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna sound like a Laker fan here. I don't even care for the.
All right, let's go Laker homer.
But let's go. Yeah, okay, whatever. You know, I like. But anyway, let me defend them here for a minute. So they're built for the playoffs. They're coasting through. First of all, Minnesota Timberwolves take such awful bad shots and are so poorly coached that the Minnesota Timberwolves aren't going anywhere. And I love the individual
Minnesota Timberwolves aren't playing good. They were bad in the last game, but they've been playing good all year. Dude, Anthony Edwards.
We watched the Timberwolves last night. I said, let me sit down and watch Timberwolves because I love the players on the Timberwolves. I love Cat, Gobert, Ant-Man, Conley's my guy, all of them. So we watched them, and Minnesota was controlling that game. Then the Bucks got back into it. The Bucks started to control it. And then Minnesota, with about 6 minutes left in the game, were trying to make a push. And I noticed Conley's not in. And again, it was the old Minnesota Timberwolves from last year taking awful shots, right? And as I said, okay, well, where's Conley? Conley's the point guard. Conley's the one that's going to control the game, get them into good shots and sets. I said, okay, he must either be in foul trouble or hurt. So I'm looking, trying to see on ESPN because I stepped away for a minute, worked on something, and I couldn't find anything. And then with like a minute and a half left, when the game is about over, the coach puts Conley in the game. I'm like, well, why wasn't Conley in the game when it was crunch time, when they really were trying to make their push? So I have zero faith in the coach of Minnesota, and Minnesota might win a series or something. But when it comes down to it, when they play somebody seasoned, as of right now, they are going to crumble. And until they get the right coach, they aren't going to do nothing.
I mean, this is just one, like they're just coming back from the All Star break. They still haven't gotten to their full self yet because players just aren't the same coming straight from the All Star break.
Oh man, fool me once, shame on you.
Might still be on.
Fool me twice.
You can't judge a team.
Get fooled again, as
you
Bush
can't
said.
judge a team based off one game.
Nah, man.
You always do this with college basketball. You watch Duke play 2 possessions, you're like, oh, Duke sucks.
I'm judging. Yep, I'm judging. All right.
I could watch Houston play one time when they have everyone bricking threes the whole game and just playing defense and say if they suck.
Well, hey,
no offense.
Hey, let's get back to the Lakers Warriors here though. So another point I want to make with the Lakers. So with the Warriors, I see 4 teams definitely that I think would beat the Warriors in the playoffs this year.
You don't know, man. The Warriors are coming.
Oh, listen. I see the Lakers. If they play head to head, I think the Lakers beat them.
We just beat them. We just beat
The
them.
Nuggets, Denver
We
Nuggets.
just beat them.
Who? Denver Nuggets?
We just beat the Lakers.
Okay,
And,
yeah.
and every time we play the Nuggets, it's a close game.
Did they have LeBron James?
No, but when we played the Lakers, we beat the Lakers other times in the season. And the last time we played them, we went in like double overtime. And then the Nuggets, every time we play the Nuggets, it's like a 2-point game.
Okay.
We're a good matchup for the Nuggets. Every time we play the Nuggets, it's close.
It's a big old L, though. Okay, so you're losing to the Nuggets. You're losing to the Lakers. They didn't have LeBron. You're losing to the Clippers. The Clippers. Now, the Clippers are not going to the finals, but you're losing to the Clippers.
Fading in the play. This is a typical fool me once, whatever.
Right. Yeah, for real. Well, we know Kawhi gonna get hurt at some point, so the Clippers are not going to the finals. But if they play the Warriors early, they're gonna beat them, so they'll at least win that. OKC, you're not beating OKC. Your boy Chet, your boy Giddey, your boy SGA,
and Josh Giddey's not doing nothing.
You ain't gonna beat. And then, dude, I ain't even mentioned the Suns. I ain't even mentioned Phoenix. We
beat the Suns. We beat them every time.
You sure did. And what happened? I see I know Latrell want to get in it.
What happened?
I can see Latrell in the background. He can't wait to get on this. So, and then the Suns, okay, as far as that, yeah. Draymond, your boy, right on cue. What does he do? He ain't do nothing but poke the bear with KD. He sat there and poked the bear and got mad and sat there and flexed his muscles and talked junk to him in a regular season game. But the one that last,
that doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
What's KD gonna do about it?
Okay,
go back to us in the offseason?
No, hey, KD gonna cook y'all with them mid ranges, them rainbow mid ranges. Yep, he gonna cook y'all. But anyway, so I see five teams that'll beat the Warriors in the playoffs. In the Western Conference, I only see one that's beating the Lakers. So that's kind of what I see there, man.
All right, man.
We're gonna come back to this when we have our guy Latrell Soul Food Chef on. We'll come back to that. Let's hit one more topic here, and then we're gonna get to our guy. Let's go to Justin Fields. And again, those that are here, put your questions on at the end. If you have, I see he's with the Steelers. So we're gonna get to Justin Fields. We're gonna talk to you about this too, Latrell. But what's your take on this, man? Should the Bears keep Justin Fields or should they trade him? What should they do?
I think it's time for the Bears to make a big swing and trade Justin Fields because it's not that Justin Fields is a bad quarterback, but he just had another like in the middle mediocre year with the Bears. They got him. DJ Moore is a good receiver, but I don't know. They just still really didn't win like they should. And I just think it's time for him to get a fresh start, maybe go to like a place like Atlanta because he grew up in Georgia and that's the indoor dome. So it would just be easier for him to play in like a snowy Chicago. And and it's time for the Bears because they have a generational person coming up in the draft, Caleb Williams. So I think it's time for them to just make a swing and get him and then just go for it.
Yeah, man, it's really tough. It's not cut and dry. It's not an easy one, as some people try to make it seem. I think they are finally going to trade him, and I say finally because there's been a lot of talk around it for years. I worry about Caleb Williams though. I'm not 100% sold. I mean, you never know till they come in the league, but Caleb Williams kind of scares me a little bit for the Bears. So. But again, if you look at paying Justin Fields, are you going to pay him top dollar? You know what I mean?
No. So you can get Caleb Williams, who's has a crazy upside. Get him cheap for about 3 or 4 years.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So it's always great if you can have a rookie quarterback that can produce at a Brock Purdy level, and sit there and build a squad around him.
Purdy was making nothing.
Yeah, I mean, if you trade, and Brock Purdy's not going to get paid at least for another year.
Another
year.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, I would love to see the Bears get Marvin Harrison Jr. Get a stud receiver, and then man, you match him up with the guy from Carolina that we shipped to the Bears, and then you have a very strong. Yeah, the receiver from the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Ewans. Okay, yeah,
Nah.
Okay, yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. But the Bears, some kind of way, you know how the Bears do. They might mess it up, man. Who knows? As we know, we know that they had Trubisky back in the day. Maybe they'll bring Drake May in.
Oh my god. I don't know, man. I just think he's a bit overrated.
Yeah, we saw him earlier this year.
Yeah, we saw him play against Duke.
I don't know. I see a lot of Trubisky there, so that's going to be very interesting to see what happens there. All right. Well, hey man, let's bring our guy Latrell Soul Food Chef on, and let's hit some of these topics with him and let him introduce himself to us. So without any further ado, let me adjust the screen here and bring on our guy Latrell. What's going on?
Yo. What's the word? What's going on, y'all?
Hey, man, it's good to see you, man. Good to have you on.
Yeah, what's up? How you feeling, Diego? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's nice to finally meet you, man.
And nice to meet you.
Yeah, man. Latrell's been down with us. He's been following us, commenting on everything, man. You've been one of our day ones, been supporting us. We really appreciate it. And man, excited to have you on here and talking. And during the NFL season, you did very well because you pretty much were riding with most of Diego's picks. And he went 11-2 or whatever. So that was pretty.
He's a smart man. He's a smart man. That's why
Yep.
So.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, hey man, I want to get into your take on face of the NBA, Lakers, Warriors, Justin Fields. I know you were chomping at the bit to get in all that, and I want you to tell us about your Steeler fandom. But before we do that, man, tell us about your soul food cooking, man. We know you're a chef.
Oh yeah. So I'm originally from Minnesota. That's where I'm based from. I got my own business where I cater. I feed the people. You know what I'm saying? I try to give back as much as I possibly can. I'm working on doing like shipping now to people that are outside of my immediate radius. So do like desserts and different things like that to kind of widen my base up a little bit. I've been moving on TikTok and Instagram a little bit. So just trying to expand a little bit more.
Nice. And man, tell everybody how can they find you on social media?
So my Instagram page is Soul Food King, all one word. Soul Food King with 2 L's on Instagram because there's a faker out there taking the real one, so I had to put 2 L's on it. But on TikTok is Soul Food King as well. I post the beautiful food I make. I'm trying to get into more tutorials and give out different recipes that I've been cooking forever that I love to, eat and people that my customers love to enjoy. So, check out those social media pages. I love to engage with anybody. You guys have suggestions on things y'all want to see, let me know. Yeah.
I appreciate it. And I've been saying Soul Food Chef, but it's Soul Food King. So
hey, it work. Hey, look, either way, it's only one of me, so ain't nobody else got soul food in their name. So either way, I appreciate it.
That's what's up. All right, man. So Latrell, man, tell us, man, who's gonna be the next face of the NBA?
Well, while I was sitting here listening, I kind of looked at the ages, and a name that I haven't heard is Giannis. Giannis isn't out of his 30s. I mean, Giannis isn't out of his 20s yet.
Okay.
That's a name that's not getting brought up. Like, is he getting lost in? I don't know where he's getting lost at in the generations, but they don't talk about him no more. I don't know why. Yeah. He's very impressionable. He's good with the fans. He's good with the media. Yeah. He kind of had a little blow up last year when he lost, but. Right. It happens. But other than that, he's been pretty much a media darling for the most part. He don't get talked about at all. So that's weird. I kind of just thought about that. I'm like, what about Giannis? Like before Ant-Man and Shea got to doing their thing, it was Giannis, and now we don't hear about him no more. So it's like, what's going on over there? But I think Ant-Man got potential to be up there. Ja definitely dropped the ball Like he dropped a big ball. Like
He had it.
he had the world in his hands. He
Man,
had everything. Like they were literally handing him the keys to the league. Like
they were.
it was gonna be Ja. It was gonna be Ja, and I don't think he can ever get back to there where he was supposed to be.
Right.
But if he comes back in ball, he could still be a great player and make a name for himself. But the face, I think he kind of lost that opportunity now with Slip. But I think you got to give it to either Ant. You know, he's a good prospect. I just feel like his swag is what the NBA needs. You know,
Yeah.
he's not afraid to say, "Oh yeah, I'm him." You know, usually the younger guys are a little more timid, a little more shy. Like you spoke on earlier, you know how Kobe and Jordan and Bron, you know, they all kind of no, I'm him. At a young age, and out of the young guys,
Right.
Ant-Man is really, moving like that. He shows it on the court, even though he still has to, tone it in a little bit more and win some more. But that's the Minnesota curse. So it's a curse. It's a curse in Minnesota on all our teams, man. That's why I stopped being a fan at a very young age because it's a curse on all our teams up here. So
you know what? You're not lying, man, because I mean, my gosh, I don't want to open up any old wounds. I mean, man, you think of the Randy Moss squad, the 15-1 team, and the kick, and man, just so many things there. And then, like I say with Minnesota, I mean, dude, I still think that team that the Timberwolves had 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, that was a good team.
That play-in team,
yeah,
they were up 30 on everybody. They were blowing Memphis out. They were running everybody, and then they would just start doing who knows what.
But you know what I think it is too? It's not having the right leadership around you. Like when they had Pat Bev over there, they couldn't handle him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a winner. He wants to win. He wants to play hard. Right. Cat is a big crybaby. He can score, but he's soft. That's why he prefers to play the 4 so he don't have to bang.
Yeah.
So he don't want to really be tough and play hard. So I just think they don't have the leadership really. They need somebody that's willing to, hey, we got to get it done. Because that game when Cat had, what do you have, 70, 60 something, and they still lost? How?
Yes.
How? Because you want to go out there and keep just running up the score instead of holding the lead and making sure your team wins the game, which is what's more important. So, yeah, it's just leadership, it's coaching. It's the Minnesota curse, man. I don't think we never going I don't think they never going to get over the hump. It happens in every sport.
I can't argue with that at all. And and then so to go to All Star, one thing here, because my dad and I, we were talking about this earlier. He sent me a text. He said to mention Brown, how Jaylen Brown got into the dunk contest, and we got to give him his props because he McClung was clearly, I mean, the way he can hang in the air and everything, he's a pure dunker. But we've been begging for, our stars to get in the dunk contest. So we definitely have to give Brown his flowers. The fact that he got in it and participated, man.
No. He should have sat down. So, I mean, I understand, we want to see stars in there. But when have we ever known Jaylen Brown for being a real dunker like that? Come on, man. Like, he may have a couple dunks in the game, but ain't nobody never said, man, you see how Jaylen Brown just dunked on him? We don't say that about him like that.
Well, he's an in-game dunker. He's an
Exactly. That's not his strong suit. I understand what he was trying to do by bringing more eyes and visibility to that. Let Mac McClung have that. If you ain't going to come out there and dunk nowhere near what he was doing, you jumping over Kai Cenat, bro. My son taller than Kai Cenat, and he's 11. Come on, bro. Like that, and he's sitting in the chair. That's on 2K, that's a 15. You getting a 15 for doing that dunk on a video game. You're not getting no recognition for that. No. I mean, I understand, like you said, what he was doing, but he's not a chauvinistic dunker. He's not going to show off when he dunks. That's not him.
So Diego, who needs to get into the dunk contest?
John Zion, I think need to get into the dunk contest because I think when Zion, they were both injured right now, but when they get back next year, they should both be healthy. And when they get in it, I think it's going to be a show. Them and Mac McClung.
Yeah,
So.
You know what? Actually, if Ja can come back, get healthy, enter that dunk contest, stay clean, and win the dunk contest, but stay clean for the most part, that might be what he needs to kind of push his name back in that conversation because he is one of the young budding stars. We all know he can jump out the gym.
Okay.
If he comes back and does some amazing dunks, he keeps his nose clean.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's possible. We've seen it. If you think about what you have at stake, so it's possible.
Yeah. I mean, people love a comeback story. I mean, hey, we ain't gonna go into the details of it, but Kobe, you know what I'm saying? Hey, so you can come back from that. You know what I'm saying? So
Magic Johnson had a struggle too. they all had, Chris Webber has some stuff on him. There's been some people that have some stuff on him. So that'll look good on his belt if he come back and play good in that dunk contest for sure.
For sure. So Lakers Warriors, who goes further?
Come on, man. This ain't even a discussion. I don't even know why you sitting up there playing like that. Like Wardell and Klay Thompson and Big Bully Dre ain't gonna come in and do what they supposed to do. Now I'm not even a Warriors fan, but come on, man. Like this is playground for them right now. We talked about this in our last meeting we had. Like they don't care about the regular season. It's the same thing Patrick Mahomes was doing. They don't care about the regular season, bro. When them lights get bright, when everybody's fully healthy, you're going to see a different Warriors team. LeBron ain't got enough help because AD is too inconsistent to go against the Warriors. For 4 games, you're going to have to deal with Curry for sure. At least 4 games, you're going to have to deal with Curry. Mm-hmm. For AD, 2 out of 4. He's going to come 2 out of 4.
That's true.
That's not – come on now.
I give you that.
All Draymond got to do is put his elbow in him one time and it's over with. He ain't no
man. But man, you know what though? It's a weird thing with LeBron. Again, to me, LeBron and the Lakers remind me a little more of the Chiefs, I guess, from game to game. Now again, Chiefs winning, they winning all the titles here, but the Lakers, man, if it's a big game of playoffs, like it's like you can't put them away. Like you'll have them down 20 in the first quarter. And then you'll look up in the third quarter and they're up 2. And you look and say, what happened?
Because you forgot who they have on their team. They still have one of the greatest basketball players to ever touch a basketball court ever. He's still that mastermind that nobody can figure out. They still have that guy. Yeah. But that you forgot that the Warriors became the Warriors to stop that man from becoming that man. Okay. Like, come on now, you got to remember where the Warriors died. Look, somebody got to stop LeBron. He going to the finals every year. We got to do something different. And them boys start shooting, and they ain't stopped since. What they ain't stopped since.
Were you gonna say something?
The Lakers aren't a good shooting team either.
Sure.
So, and the Warriors could just outshoot them and blow by them because all the big guys have just gonna come up, guard them on the perimeter, and then they just get easy buckets.
Okay. They will. The Warriors have the shooting advantage for sure. But the Lakers have the booty advantage. And so, hey, it's going to say, come on here. Come on. Hey, boom. You ain't going like I did you last weekend in the backyard. The exact same thing. They're just going to do the exact same thing.
No,
but do you think it's actually going to happen?
That game was different, though, because you had some questionable foul calls that I think could have gone the other way. So,
well, I mean, Diego. Now we all know LeBron is a crybaby, so he gonna try. He gonna flop a few times to make them look. Draymond might have to, if Draymond put LeBron in the headlock, I think Draymond automatically a Hall of Famer, even though he already is. But if he put LeBron in a chokehold real quick, like that's a miss his legacy right there. He the toughest NBA player ever if he do that. I don't care what nobody says.
Go out in a blaze of glory. Go out in a blaze of glory. Like your Steelers boy, AB. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now. Come on. That's what you want to do? All right.
That was low.
That was low. Look, I got the Steelers wallet. I got the Steelers knives in the kitchen. I'm a real Steeler. I'm Steelers to the day I die. Okay, so I'm gonna ride with them. Win, lose, or draw. We gonna bounce back.
Yeah. So hey, man. So tell us about your Steelers. What are they gonna do this year? They're gonna get Justin Fields, or they're gonna get Russ. I've been hearing about Russ.
Russ ain't fit for our style. I mean, he is because he's mobile. He can throw the ball, but Russ too calm to. Russ ain't the rugged type of quarterback we need to be a Pittsburgh quarterback. All of our great quarterbacks are blue collar. Whether they whatever they race, they still a blue collar built quarterback. Like Russ ain't that. Justin Fields fits that style more than Russ does.
Okay.
Just because he's willing to. I mean, Justin Fields has played good. He ain't really had a line since he been in Chicago. I mean, he do throw interceptions, but what young quarterback don't when you're running for your life? I mean, he's scared. What you want him to do? He's scared. So, but I mean, I think we got a chance if we get Justin Fields for sure. That's the only thing we really missing. I feel like it's a quarterback now. We got the defense, of course. We always have a top 10 defense. In my opinion, we just need a quarterback and help on that line.
You definitely, man. Tell Tomlin to calm down and chill and stop going 8-8, like Jason Garrett, and go on ahead and have a losing season so you can get you a.
Nah, we can't do it. We can't do it because now the streak is too. Now the streak is. It's too big now. We can't have a losing season. Like, that's something I pride myself in. Like, when I talk to my brother who a Cowboys fan, listen, you can say all you want about us. We ain't had a losing season yet. Y'all go to the playoffs and go home next week. Y'all might as well been where we was at. You should have stayed where we was at. Ain't no point. Like, we go 8-8. Ain't no losing season. He ain't had one in 20 years.
Yeah.
You got to commend him on something. I mean, hey, he's trying.
He is. I see what he does. What Mike Tomlin does with that roster, and I go, my goodness, man! If he just had some more weapons, what would the Steelers be able to do? And I think we're finally going to see that at some point here soon. So
I think his problem is also that he's a player coach, but he's too much of a player's coach. If that makes sense, like he's a player's coach, but he's like that uncle that we all wish we had. You know what I'm saying? Right. To the point where he gets too close to the player. Just look at all the receiver trouble we had this year. Y'all mad because y'all not getting the ball with every possession when that's not football. You know what I'm saying? This is a team sport. You're not blocking for our running backs to score touchdowns. We need that. That's it. We always have some prima donnas on our team, but that's just because Tomlin make them feel like they them boys because they are. But you still got to go out there and show that you can't have that feeling without winning, and we ain't won enough for y'all to feel like I'm that boy. Just because you score one touchdown or get 1,000 yards, we ain't won no playoffs games. We ain't won no championships. So what are you voting for? Like, we don't get talked about as much as Cowboys fans because we not as boasters as them, but we still at the top when it comes to Super Bowl wins. Like, in the NFL, like, we still up there. So our pedigree is still win. We don't care about nothing but winning. Yeah. That's why we applaud the 8-8. At least we going 8-8 every year. We know that's not a losing season. So,
so with Justin Fields, what do you think the Bears are going to do?
Look, they might as well trade Justin Fields, go ahead and draft him a new quarterback, and see what happens from there. Because either they're gonna trade him or he's gonna walk away for nothing when he get a chance. Yeah, like
you can tell
he's gonna walk away for nothing. Yeah, he gonna walk away for nothing. Like even the little last interview he did where he was like, "Yeah, I remember playing in Pittsburgh, the terrible trials and stuff like that." They didn't physically mention Pittsburgh. He brought them up because he said he hears the chatter, he hears it, like, and then you say something like that. Now you got the whole state of Pennsylvania like, "Come on over here, we want you now."
Yeah,
he know what he doing. You know what I'm saying? So either he gonna leave on his own or they gonna get something from it. So at least try to get something. I mean, don't let him go for nothing.
Yeah. So, and that's a great point. So so those that are watching, put in, if you have any questions for us, go ahead and put those in now because we're going to transition to that in a second. I see one question on Instagram, so I'm following that feed here. And I see somebody asked us our thoughts on, so Zay's 55. Your thoughts on Anthony Richardson, which Anthony Richardson's the quarterback with the Colts who, got hurt and hadn't been able to play. But any thoughts? Whoever wants to go first, we get both of you, Diego and Latrell, on this.
Anthony Richardson. He got hurt this year, but he was playing pretty good this year for the Colts. But I think next year when he's healthy, he's gonna do some things.
Yeah,
he'll be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just feel like time will tell, man. We gotta see if he can be healthy. That's the main thing in the NFL is health. Health is wealth. So we gotta see if he can become healthy because the last great quarterback that the Colts had left because he got tired of getting banged up, and he left early in his career. So
sure did. He sure did. Yeah, that was sad, man. Yeah, and they haven't recovered since then, and probably should have brought gave up on Peyton to get him, and then Peyton went and got played in 2 more Super Bowls, but and then won one. But way too early to tell. But thanks for the question. And we'll keep an eye out on Anthony Richardson for sure. So let's see. Let me go through the comments, see what we've got from earlier. If there's anything else, a whole lot of what's ups. Let's see. Like the new format, so we appreciate that. You know what? We'll touch on this. Let's see. Well, there is one thing here. Let me put this up from Summer. Whole shots, guys, about the Monster Energy Cup. Everyone tries because there's a $1 million cash prize winner. They should.
All Star.
Oh, for the All Star. Okay, yeah, for that. Yeah. So, what's your thought on money for money as an incentive?
Me personally, I think they only incentivize the guys who ain't really making money.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? For the more the star players, if we want them to come around, it got to be more bragging right vibes. Like usually when one star join in, another one join in because they want to say I beat him or I beat him.
Exactly.
For the younger guys, the money might be a thing, just like with the in-season tournament. That's why the Lakers were so hard because a lot of them is making $2-3 million, if that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like it could be a good idea, but I was thinking about this. And I've heard a few people say something about 3-on-3s, and nobody has mentioned the Big Three.
Yes.
Like there is an actual league that has former NBA players in it.
Mm-hmm.
Why not give them a special segment where you do a 3-on-3 style tournament? Why not do that where you can do just how they used to do the skills competition where it'd be a former Laker, a present Laker, and a female, from the WNBA of the state. Like, do something like that. There's ways to do it, but incorporate them because that will give both of them some airtime. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that's a good idea. That skills competition is definitely trash. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like they're trying to compete with the NFL to try to keep them numbers up.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's bad.
Or I had another idea. For the shooters, why don't they do like a female tournament and a male tournament or something? I don't know, like something to get more people involved.
Yeah.
Well, you can because the WNBA got some hoopers now. They just don't get enough credit.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying? Put they bet just how they did against Curry. Curry and Sabrina. Is that her name? Is that her name Sabrina, right?
Sabrina. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm making sure I wasn't getting it wrong. Okay. But yeah, like incorporate the women a little bit more, man. We got to bring more attention to the basketball as a whole if we wanted to stick. So yeah, incorporate both of them.
Yeah. I think that's a great point, man. That's a great point. All right. Well, I'm looking through. I think we are out and have exhausted everything. So, man, I think we'll get on out, man. I know so it's Saturday night here. We have a big matchup. Who plays tonight, Diego?
I think Boston and the Knicks play tonight.
That's it. Boston and the Knicks. So we'll see that. We'll see Diego's boy, Jalen Brunson. That's his guy. So yeah. How you like Jalen Brunson, Diego?
I think he's overrated. He's still not that guy. So, still not that guy.
Come on, man. No.
Who's your favorite NBA player, Diego?
Curry.
Out of the younger generation, I should have said that.
Younger generation. Maybe Luka. Maybe Tatum, Ant-Man. I don't know. I haven't thought about that one yet.
Now, is Luka and Tatum in the same bracket, like for ages? Because I feel like Luka. If Luka being talked about, Giannis should definitely be talked about, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to ages, right?
Yeah.
Because Luka been in about what 5-6 years now, right? Or am I
about 5-6? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. This time flying. He's 25. Okay, he a little bit younger still. Okay.
Yeah, it's just Luka, man. Like when is Luka gonna show up in shape? That's my Luka, man.
Man, listen, that game that him and Jokic got is unstoppable. That slow game is unstoppable because the game is coming to them at a different pace. Like we're used to the fast pace. Over there, it's more strategic. Over here, it's go dunk, go shoot, get up and down. Over there, it's more strategic, so they don't really care about the physical. As long as you can run up and down the court, that's all they care about. Your mind is going to tell you who's a better player over there. So, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, that's a great point because you can't stop them. You can't stop either one.
Yeah.
So, that's a great point. So, Summer has a great question here. How do we feel about incorporating college players? He's talking about into the All Star weekend. That's interesting because then she said, hold on, let me put it here. Also, in the tournament, that would get some guys hot. Some of the guys hot when the college kids try to say they're better. So yeah, that is true. That as far as a competition standpoint, if you got a college kid that's starting to cook your NBA dude,
yeah, or might be overtime elite or something.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, you have the infamous story of when the original Dream Team was formed and they played the college All-Stars that very first time, and the college kids beat them.
Yep.
Isn't
that how like Christian Laettner got on the team and something like that? It was not Chris. It was one of them dudes from Duke got on the team because they won that game.
Probably that probably was it. Yeah. So that would be something. Yeah, top recruits would be amazing. Yeah. Then that would also help their draft stock, man. You go in there and start cooking some NBA. Now I don't know if college would allow that, so that would be the only thing that how feasible that would be. I'm not sure, but
college would do anything if they get some money out of it, man. That's all. Like college ain't nothing but a big old money thing. If the NBA throw a bag at them colleges, they gonna do it, bro. Right? They gonna do it, bro, for sure.
And we saw that with the Pac-12 dissolving. Like,
yeah.
Good gosh, if that didn't tell you, it's not all about money, man.
I see some now. I'm a big video game guy. And I still play NCAA 14 on my computer to this day. Yeah. So when I heard that the new one was coming out, I'm like, oh yeah, that's gonna be lit. And then I seen that they was gonna pay these players $600. That's it. Just pay each player $600 and a copy of the video game. And these players just got NIL deals for millions of dollars. Man, I get more than I can go get more than that. Like what? I don't. That was the main reason in the beginning why players didn't want to be on the video game because their name and likeness wasn't getting paid for, right?
Okay, that makes.
I don't think. Yeah. I think that's gonna mess with it. They all money hungry over there. College ain't nothing but big money hungry.
That's funny. The $600 in a copy of the game. That reminds me, Diego. What's that commercial? The cell phone commercial where the dude, that comedian's on there, and he's like playing like an agent. So, and as a matter of fact, Giannis is in the commercial. And
okay.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna get you guys thousands.
Drewski with Drewski, yeah.
And they up there like, dude, you need to add a couple zeros to that home.
He said add about 5 or 6 more zeros and we good. Yeah, for sure.
Oh man. And so let's see. Okay, Uncle Dwayne Unc says, don't forget Hurricanes and Stars tonight. Okay. It's my man going. It's my brother going hockey. Carolina Hurricanes. We in North Carolina repping, and then my folks are in Dallas, so we got the clash there. So we know the Hurricanes gonna blow y'all out.
Oh yeah.
Dwayne will be putting that stuff up here. They're gonna blow y'all out. And hey, shout out again. We got the merch coming, y'all.
I'm gonna have to order me one.
Yes, gonna have to order me one. So this is straight from Mom Dukes D Thompson. Man, she created these, and these are fire. So these,
if she could put a Pittsburgh Steelers patch on one of mine,
hey,
I'll grab it. I need a Pittsburgh because we're gonna win the division next year.
Okay.
So I'm gonna need one of these on the hat. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna see. Mom, put in the chat. Let us know if you're gonna put the Pittsburgh Steelers patch on the Trails hat. Let us know. Because you in the Midwest, it's cold. So you definitely gonna
it get cold up here, man. It get cold up here. And OG, I know you tired of seeing the Ravens just disappoint y'all how they be disappointing y'all. So, you might as well just come home to a winning franchise. Go ahead and put that on the hat. Put it on the hat.
For real. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was rough, man. They talking about sold the bag. You mentioned that about Minnesota the other night, but man, the Ravens in that game against the Chiefs, man, just oof.
Hey, the lights got too bright for Lamar, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue is that, but a play here that like this, with Zay Flowers, if the ball doesn't get knocked out at the 1 inch line as he's crossing the goal line, it's probably a totally different story.
If was a fifth, we will all be drunk.
Yeah.
It's so many times I just feel like a lot of people too, like the moment get too big for some people, man. Like you playing against Pat Mahomes, you trying to show off, you think you finna score, you lose your fundamentals, man, because you starting to think about the big, we finna go to the Super Bowl. We this close, we right there. This touchdown might seal it. Like, yeah.
Well, that was totally negligent. The fact that they ran the ball the amount of times that they ran in that game, like there's just no excuse for that. That was crazy.
I seen some interview where they said that they tried to not make Lamar the hero of the game, so that's why they did it like that. Like they didn't want him to really use his legs like he should have. Man, listen. Look what Vic did. He went off script, bro. If I gotta get out of here, I'm getting out of here. Cam Newton, if I gotta get out of here, I'm getting out of here. Like you gotta know when to turn it on yourself sometimes. Yeah, and Lamar has that ability.
Now that's a great point. Now you are 1,000% right about that. Last place glamour. What's up? That's our guy. Another day one. Thank you for checking us out, being on here. And hey, if you have a question or a comment, throw it in there for us. Yeah, so on that one scramble, when Lamar got tackled around midfield, he had about a 30-yard gain. Didn't it look like he could have scored on that?
I looked at it from a lot of angles. It did look like he could have kept going. It didn't look like it. And something just told him, nah, just slow up a little bit. Just hold the brake. I don't know, man. I don't know.
And could see what was messing with us during the game with that is the day before, or no, I think it was the week before, we just saw Josh Allen with the same type of play go the whole field.
2 weeks in a row. He did it against us and them.
Oh, he sure did.
He did it against us and them. He started against us with the fake out, with the fake slide. And I wanted to kick him in his kneecap when he did that, man.
That's a
I don't know, man. I don't know. Because I feel like I want Lamar to win so bad.
Yeah.
Like I want him to win so bad, but then I don't because he in that division. Like
that's right. Oh yeah, that's
I want to see him do wonderful.
Yeah.
But I just at least them 2 games a year you gotta lose, brother. You gotta lose them 2 games a year.
Yeah. And it's hard to come back, from me. It looks like you'll have, many chances when you're that talented and you have a team that's that good. But in basketball, a lot of times it happens, but in the NFL,
we never get back.
Man.
And sometimes you get back and you just can't get over the hump. Like
Yeah.
The Bills, the only team in history to go 4 years and never win one, ain't they? Like they went 4 years and never won one. I don't know how. Like y'all ain't figured out the formula yet, but it's just so hard to get there, man. Like it's a lot of wear and tear on your body, whether it's the NFL, the NBA, MLB, hockey, wherever you to make it to that final round, the last round. You gotta give up everything, man. You gotta zone out completely, and only the greatest can do it.
That's it.
You know,
Yeah.
you got to zone out to win, man. You got to channel that inner Kobe, inner Jordan, inner Elway, whoever you want it to be. You got to channel him to get that win.
Yeah.
Especially football, because you don't get to come back tomorrow.
Nah.
It's not like basketball where you get up to 7 chances. You get one chance. You got these 48 minutes. You got to get it done here.
That's right.
60.
Man, now this is fun, man. We're having a blast talking with you, man. We're gonna have to have you on. You'll definitely be a staple. You know, we got you, we got Johnny O, we've got our guy Roy. You know, we have a stable of folks that will be special guests all the time, man. So we'll definitely keep you on, man. Let me bring one last question, and unless we get anything else, we might end on this. Since we're talking football, because we clearly all miss it. Hey, who's gonna win the Super? We'll start with Diego. Who's gonna win the Super Bowl next year?
You know what? I think the Chiefs are gonna win it again.
Woo. They're gonna be the first team to three-peat.
Yep. That's what's there right now, man. It's got the off season, but right now.
Yeah, we do have to see the off-season moves and see all that clearly and whatnot, but if we're looking at our crystal ball and guessing what some of the teams are going to do. Okay, so Latrell, you going to be a homer? You going Steelers?
Look, my heart say the Steelers, of course, but my head say Big Meech, man. You can't go against Patrick Mahomes and them. You can't do it, man. They got the formula right now. Yeah. They got the sauce right now.
Man, yeah, and I mean that defense is only going to get better.
The only question about them is like y'all said, the offseason, because I think Chris Jones' contract is up this year.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's a big piece. Like
he held out. Coming in
because it's time for him to get paid. Like if Chris Jones ain't on that line, man, it's gonna look totally different on that defensive line. I guarantee you. That's true. I picked the Chiefs just to play with him on the defensive line. Because it's so hard to stop him. He's just unstoppable. They need him back. So pay that man. He deserves it just as much as Patrick Mahomes does.
Yeah.
Because he definitely helped win that Super Bowl for sure.
Yeah, that is true. That's a piece to look out for with that, man. I might have to get on board, man. I might have to get on the train. I don't know.
Now you want to come over here.
I have to see. See what happens. Right now, as it stands right now, I have to say Detroit. Detroit Lions. I have to say them. We'll see what happens in the offseason. We'll see. Yeah,
that was a fluke.
Ooh, it was a fluke
to go that far. Yeah, I feel like.
Okay.
They had the momentum, man. They had it.
They definitely had it. I mean, it was. There's no question they had it, man. They had it.
Now, if they would have went against Patty and them, I think they probably could have got it done. I feel like they could have got it done, but that was a fluke.
Yeah. That's another if, man. That's another if. All right. Well, hey, man, I think that's our time. We're gonna get on out of here. Hey, thank y'all for spending part of your Saturday night with us. Go on and check out some of the other games, or catch a movie, or hit the club, or do whatever it is you're gonna do. Go ahead into it, man. Latrell, man, it was a pleasure. Soul Food King, man. We'll definitely look forward to chopping it up with you again, my man.
I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a wonderful night. Everybody have safe, fun, enjoy themselves. I appreciate y'all for allowing me to come and step on y'all platform for a minute.
Cool. All right, well, hey, man, you know how we sign out when you watch it. We do the long pick 'em pros. So on 3, hey, 1, 2, 3, let's sign off. Pick 'em pros.
Pick 'em pros.
Later.